Crypto Trader Mitch here, and I'm going to give you a crypto charting 101 lesson. Got a chart of NEO up. I've held NEO for quite some time, and if you look at the screen, you'll see that it finally broke out. And it also is an opportunity to give a clear example of basically price action and charting patterns and how it unfolds, and essentially how you can get a good idea that it was about to break out. So I want to show you guys that. And as you can see, I already have some lines drawn on the chart. These have been here for quite some time because I drew this triangle pattern as it developed, and then essentially the horizontal resistance line and the rising, or I should say ascending support line became closer and closer. Consolidation causes consolidation. Usually, as it gets more and more compressed and it gets to a point, you'll see a breakout either up or down. NEO broke out before it got completely compressed, although it's starting to get tight. So there's a few things that I want to point out to you, and you'll see, obviously, we have the big triangle pattern. As you can see, it kept making higher lows, which is positive, higher lows, but at the same time we had this previous high that was acting as a resistance, and we weren't making new highs. Even though we were making higher lows, we weren't making new highs. So there's still a battle there. You can't say it's exactly bullish. It's basically going sideways and hitting its head. So when we finally got a push through and it broke out of the triangle, you also got to pay note to where it went. So it pushed through, and we got some closes above this prior high. So you had the all-time highs here on an intraday basis, but these are the opening closing highs. So that is our next point of price action, next point of where there was resistance, and that's the first thing we want to establish above to then make a run at new highs. So as you see, it pushed through, it closed above these prior highs, right? And then as soon as it did that, we actually got a consolidation. Like, this is good. When something pushes through, right, and then you get a pause, a rest, it's basically the buyers use their clout to push through, and then the sellers are like, all right, we're going to gain some momentum here as the buyers have exhausted themselves pushing through. And now you got this one down day. They tried to spike it back down into the triangle, closed higher. The next day, same thing. And look at these closes. They're like right around or above this prior high. So that's positive. It established above the prior high and essentially took a rest and consolidated, letting the buyers gain steam again, gain some momentum, and then boom, we got the breakout. So what's important, and the layman's term, so to speak, is we had breakout, sideways consolidation, and it was just a couple days, but that's all you need. Sideways consolidation, and then boom, we finally leveled up. Because the bottom line is, it broke out of this triangle pattern it was stuck in. It broke out of the range. It got past this previous high. We're in a new range, and now that it has a new opening closing high above here, your next target is making a push through these all-time intraday highs, which boom, it tried to do it. You see, it tried to do it the prior day before it exploded. There's the wick right there, ended up closing lower, and then second try, they blasted it right on through. So the key is that it pushed above out of the triangle, it closed above it, established above it, and it tested it. That's like the cleanest thing you can see, is when it pushes through, it tests this now, this resistance, so to speak, as a support, and then gears up and goes. So the key was, came through, didn't close back into the triangle, right? Tested this top, tested these resistance points, stayed above them, and then go. It's actually pretty, I mean, it doesn't look clean because of all the wicks, but that's the way cryptos trade. There's a lot of intraday whips up and down. But if you look at the opening and closing prices, you get a clearer picture, and you see up move, sideways, up. It's almost like a stair step. Some people call this a flag pattern. Usually you see a little more development in those. But the bottom line is, you don't even need to know the names of all these different patterns. You just need to understand the price action. So bounced off the ascending support line in the triangle, broke out, tested, and then went. So the bottom line is if it would have broke out and then closed back in here, it's not bullish anymore. It's not a long, it's not a short either, but you're waiting to see what direction price action is going to be established if the buyers or the sellers are in control. So clearly buyers in control, take a break, leg it up again. So we will see what happens from here. I mean, this is quite a move. It basically went vertical the last couple days. So I'll be curious to see if it consolidates or if it's just going to leg up again. Bottom line is though, we are at brand new levels. So now there's no prior points to essentially work off of. There's no prior high, no prior top to aim at. So really what you can look at as your next price target is generally the breadth of the triangle gives you your next leg higher. So I mean, we're looking at 15 to about 50, so like 25 points or so, which, I mean, heck, we're there. I mean, look at it. About 45 was breakout, 70, and you'll see it, it spiked even higher, and now it's floating right around $70, 72. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out here, if it takes a rest or not, but that would be, when you have no prior highs to work with or prior resistance to work with as a profit target, you generally take the breadth of the prior range or the triangle or whatever pattern it is and just stack it on top. And it, more often than not, works out to be a reasonable profit target. So that's where we are right now. Obviously, if I was day trading it and I entered here, I would have definitely taken some profits when it pushed through 70 and probably held some too to see what happened. But I am not. I built a long-term position for many months. I was buying a lot in here. I bought some more in here, and I'm holding this for a long-term. I'm hoping to see triple digits, to be honest with you. I'm hoping NEO being the Ethereum of China, as people like to call it, is true, because then we could see triple digits. But anyway, that's besides the point. Wanted to give you the trading pattern and let you know how it works. So till the next vid, catch you later.